Hello you beautiful lot, and welcome to today's episode of Purple Vision. Now I'm here in Kingsway along the Croyland road, exactly where the old swimming pool used to be. Now I spent many a time in this swimming pool because my grandma lived at number 9 Priory, and I used to be able to walk around here with me 60p and go swimming for the day and not worry until it was time for my mum to come pick me up after a heavy day at Glovel's duffel coat factory. But it turns out they're going to be building on here, right? And of course people are getting angry about it, but I do need to explain a little something. Now I do hate the fact that they're building bloody everywhere, especially on green spaces. But this one's an exception, because this isn't actually a green space. If you actually look, it's just a car park, right? And even the site of where it is, I mean, alright, they grassed over. I'll tell you what, let me show you. But yeah, look, this is where it's coming, yeah? So you've got this whole area here up until the fence line in the back, right? So they are building on a bit of a green space, but it is the site of the old swimming pool. And of course over on the far bit, they've probably put a post right there, to be fair. See the post right in the ground? That's where your spring is. So there's water constantly seeping out of there. So what they'll have to do is have to build a culvert and let that run off into the Swanspool Brook. A little bit like what they've done up at Stanwell Park, where you've got the Stanwell Spring. It kind of feeds into the brook. But this is, alright, this is an old swimming pool site, and then they've kind of came in and they've grassed over it, which has therefore made it an extra part of the park. But the original state of that is just a huge monument of concrete. So if they're going to put concrete here again, they can't expand that way, right? So it's just on this little plot of land, which up until a few years ago already had a big concrete structure on it. So it's not that bad. The only problem I can see, I'm going down there, it looks a little bit less windy. The only problem I can actually see with it is they're building on parkland. And alright, parks should have these orders on them where you shouldn't be able to build on them. So okay, that was a concrete structure that then got turfed over. It should be left as turf. It should be left as that green space. But things are going to be reversed, and they're going to, I don't know, flats, homes, 24 homes they're going to build on there. Now you can worry about the wildlife, but if you have a look here, right, if you actually look at it, it's actually a bit of a monoculture. There's nothing in there. You might get some birds up in them back trees, but they're not going to be touched. Down here, you think for each house that is built, I mean, hopefully they're not flats, hopefully it's houses, each house will have a garden, front and back. And us Brits, we take care of our gardens, and we love to bring in the culture. We put in bird feeders, and we leave bits of cat food out for the hedgehogs. So we will be looking after nature as they're building. It does bring in a more problem of flooding. Okay, so the Swanspool Brook here does get quite flooded regularly. So yeah, they're gonna have to compensate for that one somewhere, because all of that there, where the water can soak into the ground and it can retain that moisture, it won't be able to do that. It will need somewhere to run, especially since you've got the spring up. Anyway, 24 homes to be built on the old swimming pool site. I'm going to make my way up the Wilby, go say hello to Jamie Brady. So if you like the video, hit that like and subscribe, give it a share about it as well, let people know what's going on in our town. If you're not from this town, have a look around your town and just see what's going on with the building work. And are they building on your park spaces? Are they building on these green spaces? Because I don't know what law changed, but something's changed for all this to drastically happen all at once. But that's my opinion. Peace, love and light, with a whole heap of unity. See you again soon.